Thousands of Ethiopians attended a large rally in the capital Addis Ababa in support of their Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. And that's where someone threw a grenade, killing at least one person and injuring more than 100 people. Victoria Gatenby has the latest.
This was the moment the grenade exploded close to where Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed was sitting. For a few moments there was confusion before members of the security forces came onto the stage and led Abiy Ahmed to safety. Witnesses say they saw the man who targeted the Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister was just concluding his speech, and at that moment there was a grenade thrown against him. But I think the guy was just trying to throw to the stage, while the guys beside him just took him, so that the grenade just went off on his hand.
It was a bloody end to a day that had started with so much optimism. Hundreds of thousands of Ethiopians had gathered in the capital Addis Ababa's Meskel Square for a rally to support their new Prime Minister. Since taking office in April, the 42-year-old has announced a series of reforms, including the release of tens of thousands of prisoners, the opening of state-owned companies to private investment, and a proposed peace deal with Eritrea. In an address to the nation after the attack, Abiy said that those trying to divide Ethiopia would not succeed.
Certain groups planned and coordinated to destroy this large gathering, to kill innocent people and to spill blood on our streets. They have tried very hard, but their entire plot has failed.
Questions are being raised, though, about whether the security operation for such a large rally was adequate.
Some of the officials have been saying that this is an attempt on the life of the Prime Minister, and definitely the show of support in the rally was a great demonstration that there is a solid support for the reforms by the Prime Minister. But at the same time, the grenade attack have revealed that these reforms are still fragile.
Prime Minister Abiy says he is determined to bring change to Ethiopia, but this attack highlights the length some will go to try and stop him. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.
Well, Ethiopia has the fastest growing economy in Africa, but that's been hampered by almost 3 years of anti-government protests. They started in the Oromia region in late 2015, initially over land use, but quickly spread to other areas and took in issues like the release of political prisoners and greater involvement in the political process. In October 2016, the government declared a 6-month state of emergency. It would later extend that by 4 months. But it did little to dampen the violence. In April last year, the government said at least 669 people were killed in the protests. Almost a year later, Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn resigned, and a second state of emergency was brought in. And then in April, a new Prime Minister for Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, a former leader from the Oromia ethnic group, there he is. And as we mentioned, it was a mass rally in Abiy's support that this grenade attack happened. Well, his short time in office has already been marked by significant reforms, including the release of prisoners, dialogue with the opposition, and peace talks with longtime rival Eritrea.